What's going on, everyone? Kirk here for MotoGear TV. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Today is going to be the first official wash of the G82 M4. We picked her up about a day ago from the dealership, so she's a little bit dirty. Right now we're going to go ahead and get her all cleaned up with some awesome products from Gyeon USA. Show you guys our DIY process in how we keep cars clean. It's going to be a pretty easy video, so stay tuned. Let's get started. So here are some of the products we're actually going to be using today, all from Gyeon. Now, for those of you who aren't really familiar with Gyeon, they started out in South Korea but have since then moved globally. Specifically, we got our products from Gyeon USA, and they have a variety of products that pretty much suit anything from your everyday DIYer to your professional detailer. Now, specifically, the products that we're going to be using today are more suited for your everyday DIY wash, components that we believe should keep any car clean. Now, just to give you guys a quick rundown of what's on the table, we're going to start here on the left with their microfiber towels, starting off with the ball wipe. Now, these are going to be like your everyday microfiber towels. You can pretty much use them inside or outside of the car. Any type of prep that you probably need. Right here is their soft wipe. This is going to be more so suited for like your delicate pieces, your interior trim, things like that. And it's excellent as a quick detailer. We've actually used this on the M2 a couple of times and it works out pretty good. Next up is going to be their smoothie. Now, this is their microfiber wash mitt. Now, I haven't specifically used this one in the past, but from the reviews I've seen online, it works out pretty good. We're going to be using this on the outside of the car to get it all washed up. Up next is going to be their tire applicator, and this is used to apply the tire dressing. And for our application, we're going to be using their Tire Express. Now, this one is a really nice product. We've used it a couple of times and have had excellent results. If you guys don't like shiny tires like me, this is going to give a really nice satin finish. Over here, you have the wet coat. Now, this one is going to be like your topper. You use this after you wash the car. Keeps everything nice and glossy and hydrophobic and can be sprayed on wet or dry. As you guys can see, really cool bottle designs. You have their bath. Now, this is going to be a neutral shampoo that restores and maintains shine. Now, specifically, I'm not 100% sure if you can use this in a foam cannon, but we're going to have this in our bucket and wiping down the car with it as well. We have their glass cleaner. Again, very straightforward, simply put, really cool bottle design. Awesome. Next up is going to be their interior detailer. Now, this one is pretty cool. We've used it a handful of times. It leaves a really nice matte finish on the interior trim pieces. As you guys should know, I don't love anything shiny that's not supposed to be shiny. That includes plastic trim and leather. This really does the job. And last up, we have their tire cleaner. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Pretty much going to be using this as a first step when we clean the tires. And in conjunction to that, we also have their wheel cleaner. Now, this one acts as an iron remover as well. I haven't used it personally, but I heard it's really potent in getting off brake dust and other road grime. And lastly, it's going to be our Gyeon detailing bag. Now, this one is pretty nice because I did not have a detailing bag before that. So everything's going to fit in the bag once we're all done. It's getting a little bit dark, so right now we're going to go ahead and get the car all cleaned up and prepped, starting off with the wheels. I will hit the car with the tire cleaner and also the wheel cleaner and some of the soap. I will say the brake dust is coming off really easy, but what I don't like, at least on the car itself, is the multi-spokes. Now, this is a task to clean. However, the Gyeon products do make it a little bit easier, to be honest. Luckily enough, the spokes are big enough so I can get my brush in to clean the barrel, so that makes it a little bit easier. Honestly, I think we're probably going to be looking for a simpler wheel design so we can make this task much smoother. Alright, just finished up with the wheels, got all 4 done. Next up, we're going to rinse off the car, throw some foam soap on it, and finish this process up. So the final rinse off is going on right now. Honestly, super easy job using Gyeon products. The soap, the tire cleaner, the wheel cleaner, the wash mitt, everything worked pretty smooth in my opinion. I'm really impressed with how the bath soap actually foamed up using the foam cannon. I know they do have a dedicated foam soap, so probably want to buy that and try that one out on the next run. But overall, really impressed with the results. Again guys, this was just a quick, easy DIY wash. Nothing too big, nothing too complicated. Leaving the car with a nice clean finish. Right now we're just gonna go ahead and dry things up, move ahead to the interior of the car and finish this thing off. Alright, so we got the exterior of the car all dried up. Man, all I have to say is, guys, just look how gorgeous and beautiful this tanzanite blue metallic is outside. Words don't do it justice. Now, under direct sunlight, this honestly looks more like a bright blue, but I do like that it has like a dual tone to it. In dark spaces, it looks like black. In the daylight, it's a nice, bright navy blue. Alright, so finished up cleaning up the car yesterday. It got a little bit late, So right now we're just gonna go ahead and finish up the last steps, and that's gonna be applying our final touches to the car using their glass cleaner, their interior detailer cleaner. And also I forgot to mention, because we've been using it so much over the past few weeks, they do have a gloss exterior quick detailer spray. So we're gonna be applying a little bit of it on the exterior just to give it that extra shine. And there you guys have it. The car is all clean and ready for the road. Hopefully it lasts more than a few days, but as you guys can see, man, the Gyeon products did an absolute number on the car. The products were super easy to use. The quality of the wash turned out great. The car is nice and clean and shiny, you know, just from looking at the paint, absolutely flawless. Going down to the wheels, the wheel and tire cleaner did an absolute fantastic job, not only on the wheels but also the tires. Paired up where the tires shine just the way I like it, nice and satin, as you guys can see. Not too much gloss on it. As I mentioned before, I'm not someone who enjoys having really glossy tires, so the Gyeon tire shine works perfect for me. And overall, if anyone was looking to use their products, I would definitely recommend them. You know, they're easy to use, very affordable, and as you guys can see, it did a really good job. Now for me personally, I do take detailing my car very seriously, and most likely in the very near future we are going to be doing a paint correction on the car. Now the paint isn't too bad, but there are a little bit of small minor scratches that you guys can kind of see. We do want to get those kind of cleared up, and most likely we will be using Gyeon ceramic coating for the car as well. Now I am also contemplating about getting the front portion of the car PPF'd. I know that this is a used car and typically you'd want to get this done you know, when you get the car right off the showroom floor. But I will be taking it over to the guys at Swanky's Automotive Detailing to do an assessment to see if it's even worth it. For me, I am going to be driving this car on the highway, and I do want to preserve the paint as much as possible, so adding the PPF at least on the front portion of the car I think should at least give it that extra layer of protection. Now I do want to show you what the interior of the car looks like. As you guys can see, really nice job with the interior cleaner. I think it did a really nice job. To be honest, these seats are in really good condition. As you guys can see, they're not really shiny or anything like that. If you guys know me, shiny leather on anything is not good. But I do think we are going to be touching up the seats and just making sure that we preserve them as much as possible by giving it a nice clean and condition in the future. Now the steering wheel is something I didn't get to do as yet. As you guys can see, it is a little bit shiny, as well as the shift knob. However, I am going to be swapping both of those out, but we do want to get them cleaned up in the meantime. But overall, really happy with how the wash turned out. If you guys are interested in any of the Gyeon products, I will be leaving a link down below just so you guys can check them out. Again, nothing but good things to say about their products. From the quick detailer, the soap, the wash rags, everything just works very easy. And for me, especially for someone who's always busy, always on the go, doing a quick wash every week just to make sure the car is nice and clean, these products work perfectly for me. Now I am going to wrap this video up. I think most likely in the next episode, especially because we haven't been doing as much consistent content on the M4 as I wanted to. I do want to do a quick run through of the first phase of the mods that I have planned out for this car. Now this process is going to be an ongoing process for me over the next year. I don't want to rush it and do everything all at once, even though we really could. I do enjoy doing my mods in stages, and you guys are going to enjoy what I have planned for this car. I'm going to do it justice. Going to make sure all of the things that we put on the car are functional and overall enhance the performance and the looks of the car. So far the car has been an amazing platform just in the few first days of having the car and driving it around, but I know there's going to be much more planned for it. So if you guys are excited, make sure you consider subscribing. If you're not, give this video a like, follow up for more geared up content, and until then guys, we're gone.